Hello and welcome to round 2 of the SRL Mines. Today we have the Firehawkes taking on the Swarm, which is something that has been talked up in the media this week. I'm your commentator and SRL Mines Commissioner Will Kay, and I'm joined in the commentary box today by the one and only Jack Carl. How are we going today, Jack?
Okay, I'm very excited for this matchup. This very well could be our grand final preview. These two teams both looking incredibly good, and it's going to be an absolute cracker of a match. Can't wait.
Indeed it will be, as we look at some of these lineups here, and there's just a lot of talent going around the Firehawks this week. All of their players getting in their weekly upgrades. It's been impressive from them, and likewise the Swarm have got all but one, which is Darren Lakiu. So they've been both very, very impressive in the camps and in upgrading and making sure they're getting in their proper training. And I think this will be one of the best games that the Mines has to offer.
Yeah, on that point, I think it's really great to see the involvement of all these players. They're both very active teams. See a lot of chat within the Discord server from both sides, and they're just waiting to get into the SRL. But in the meantime, they've got quite a good game. I think the winner of this game, both teams won last week, if I'm correct. The winner of this game is essentially locked into finals. So it's an important game for them.
Yeah, it is. You're right. That these teams did win last week. Both of them kicking field goals, funnily enough. Not necessarily to win the game, but regardless, they did. As Berkeley now goes to Monkey. Monkey goes through the line. That's a solid run from the lock there. He's going to be brought down, though. That's going to be the last tackle there. About here, Jackson goes to O'Donnell. He puts up a kick to the wing. No one's really there. They let it bounce, and Lakiu almost getting a bit of trouble there. It takes it pretty comfortably in the end.
That was an absolute danger sign there. Lakiu letting it bounce. I'm not sure what the thought process was there. Ended up being a very good kick by Ben O'Donnell, and the Swarm are going to have to work it out from there in half.
So Willis Hugh Snow now, the skipper, taking it on the line. He's been pretty good last week, showed a bit of talent as Lakiu now steps one, can't get around the other. That's disappointing there. Dom Pongston doing a great job to reel him in. He's been a bit of a star for the Firehawks in the previous game, and he's been very talkative and active within the SRL, and he's been impressive. I know a fair few captains have some interest in him as Snow now punts it down, gets to the wing of Ben O'Donnell, who almost gets through there, but once again, it's Hugh Snow, the man, defending and just catching him.
Yeah, that was almost a very good kick return from Ben O'Donnell. He's got some speed on him, and it was a great tackle in the end to reel him in, because if he got into any kind of space, then he would have been gone.
Indeed, he would have been. And now we have the silver-haired Milo Kerrigan running up the ball. Pongston goes to Murray. Driven back in that tackle. I think it was Tapoya, the man linking up with Aaron White. Goes to O'Donnell. Kerrigan again taking a hit up this time at the 40. He's going to be playing the ball. They'll be looking to kick it on this tackle here. Berkeley goes to Hellier. Puts in a kick down to the right side of the field. And it's Aaron White, the man that's there to gather that kick.
Yeah, well, I thought that was a pretty good kick there. If White wasn't so well positioned, could have been a shout of a 40-20 there from Hellier. He's got some captains looking at him. He had a good game last week. It'll be interesting to see how he performs today.
As we have Hugh Snow held down in the tackle here, and that's a crucial penalty from the Firehawks. It's an intense game for both of them, and they'll be a bit disappointed there. I couldn't see who it was. I think it may have been Dustin Richards, the man holding him down. He won't be happy with himself there.
Yeah, well, it invites the Swarm straight into the game. They've got a chance to put some points on the board here. The Firehawks, they've looked to make some pretty easy meters in this game so far, but the Swarm with their first real attacking chance, they'll want to capitalize on it.
Yeah, now Philly with a run. White goes to Tapoya. McKay taking up a hit, and he just keeps on driving those legs. That's a good tackle there by Alan Berkeley to eventually get him down. Sharp goes to Lakiu. Steps one. Lakiu through the line. Inside ball. Back to Sharp.
Ooh.
It looked a little bit forward. The referee says no. It's going to the last tackle. He's held up over the line. Looks like the referee, Gavin Badger, wants to go upstairs to have another look at it. I think it's pretty confidently on his back there. And although Dylan Sharp has looked dangerous early on, there's no dice there for him. It's going to be the last tackle here. Rossini goes to Tapoya. Tapoya puts up a very big kick down to that post there, and Murray takes it comfortably.
Yeah, great take there from Murray. There was some worrying signs there from the Firehawks, but they defended that set pretty well. And Milo Kerrigan will get their attacking set off to a good start.
Yeah, looking to get out of their in-goal here in the danger zone that the Firehawks have. You know how good the Swarm are. When they get a bit of momentum, they can really stick you down that end. And Hellier now through the line, just going down that wing. Lucky not to be pushed out by his opponent, Darren Lockhew. As Richards now through the middle, goes to Jackson. Joseph Jackson gets put down now. It's Logan Schmidt joined in the tackle by Dylan Sharp. As Jackson goes to O'Donnell. Berkeley puts up a very big kick. Ponkston takes it, but he gets caught, and that's a good end of the set for the Swarm there. For the Firehawks, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. And Ponkston, he just needed to get a bit more space in there, and he couldn't get it and wrapped up pretty easily. But the Firehawks, to start their set all the way at their end and to finish it with a possible try-scoring opportunity there, that's a pretty good set there.
Indeed, as McKay now taking up a hit-up, driving all his way to the 30. It's Berkeley again, putting him down with Kerrigan. Tapoya. Oh, that's an awkward hit there, but McKay's cleaned it up, and he's got an extra 20 meters for his team. Hugh Snow clutching on his ribs there. He was hit pretty heavily. As we have Tapoya now through the line, stepping one. Ponkston just putting on the ankle tap and allowing his teammate in, I think it was Dustin Richards, to eventually dive on top of him. Aaron White now putting in a kick down to the wing of Dylan Murray. Murray returning it. Murray looking very solid there. Sharp reels him in and puts him down. Now you have Berkeley Hellier through the line. Daniel Hellier. And he's caught very luckily there by Sharp. The Firehawks making some great meters early on in this set. There's some great line breaks. Murray goes to Joseph Jackson. Dustin Richards. O'Donnell. He can't get around LeCue there. As we have Ponkston now going right. Richards. Kerrigan through the line. Can't get away from McKay though. Lots of line breaks from the Firehawks here. Making some great meterage in this set. Monkey. Now he's going to take a settler for the final tackle of this set. With Berkeley, the man in the dummy half position there. Goes just behind him to Joseph Jackson. Puts in a grubber kick. And it's come off the knees there. And Hellier's gone in.
What has happened there with the Swarm? He just hasn't cleaned it up properly. And Daniel Hellier, he'll take that chance. He pounces on it and they score their first try of the match. Great stuff there from Daniel Hellier and Joseph Jackson.
It was Tapoya the man. It came off his knees awkwardly. And it's just gone. And then Hellier's just realised this and taken it really quickly. And he's scored one for himself there. That was a great little play there. Joseph Jackson, the man, putting in the kick for his teammate. The Firehawks looking great in camp, as discussed earlier. All 9 of them actually put in their upgrades for the week. So they've been very talked up. And likewise, the Swarm have as well. As Berkeley slots a great kick there to put his team 6 ahead. So Swarm a little bit disappointed there, I think they will be. Not necessarily happy with the way that it's going so far in this half. They'll be looking to improve on that. As we have Tapoya looking to kick off.
Yeah, well, on that point, they've definitely had their opportunities to Swarm. They just haven't been able to execute it, and defensively, they've kind of just been letting the Firehawks trample them. The likes of Milo Kerrigan, straight through the middle, has just been absolutely devastating to the Swarm's defensive line. And they've been making easy meters in pretty much every set, I say that. And they seem to be struggling a little bit more in this one.
It's Richards now, and you say that again. Richards now taking a big run and getting offload to Joseph Jackson. That's great play there from him. Murray going to Hellier, the try scorer, looking to take on the line this time. Gets to the 50 for his team. Going to play the ball. Berkeley goes left. Kerrigan through the line again. the Swarm defense in all sorts of trouble. Joseph Jackson stepping one, throws the dummy, and he's in for his own try now, and that is great stuff from the Firehawks.
That is a beauty of a try. Joseph Jackson getting himself... He set up the one before, now he scores one. Just the little dummy. He's too slick, and the Firehawks extend their lead to 10-0.
Indeed they do. Joseph Jackson, a dummy king archetype, and didn't he show it there? He's put it under the post, or just about. And the Firehawks have gone back to back. The Swarm are going to be in a little bit of strife here as we 30 seconds away from the second half. Alan Berkeley, the man, looking to extend their lead by a further 2, make it 12-0 at halftime. Yeah, what do you think the Swarm will be saying, and particularly the captain, Hugh Snow, going into this second half at halftime?
Oh, I think they'll need to tell... I think you'll need to say about their defense. I think that's been the biggest thing. They haven't looked terrible in their attack, but defensively, they have just let the Firehawks dictate terms, and that can't be happening. 12-0 is going to be hard to come back from. It's not impossible, but it's going to be very difficult to come back from in these short-halved games. The Swarm will be facing an uphill battle.
Indeed, they will be, as now we have Tapoya kicking off again. Kerrigan, that's a deep kick there. He takes a solid run. It's going to be the last one of the half. As we look to go to the second half, it's the Firehawks 12 points up, 12-0 against the Swarm. And we'll see you in the second half.
As the Super League war tears the code apart.
You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met.
Brigginshaw takes them on. Welcome, Warriors. And the private Summon Trophy. First signing, Preston Campbell. Casey, Dudley and Frey. Workers march today in protest of Andrew John inside the Elder will score! Newcastle! Dancing in the streets of Newcastle, he's just coming up outside, now inside, he hits it, he's got it! He's got the big goal! A big moment for equality. Cameron Smith, 400 games! What a milestone! What an inspiration!
Welcome back to SRL TV for the second half of the Firehawks Swarm clash. If you're just joining us now, it's 12-0 Firehawks way. As we look to kick off here, it'll be Alan Berkeley. What do you think of that first half there, Jack?
Oh, look, I was very impressed with the Firehawks. They dominated that entire half. They were by far the better team. The Swarm didn't really have any answer for them. And it's going to be tough for the Swarm to come back from this one.
Yeah, it will, but I think if any team can do it, it is the Swarm. They've been very good so far. Very impressive, as we have the Firehawks in the other hand, who likewise, it's going to be a tight one here, and hopefully the Swarm can get some early points here, and they'll be looking to really capitalize and try and just, I don't know, get back in this game here. Is Sharp now. Takes a good step through the line. It's the fourth tackle, already at the 20. That's a good set so far. As Tapoya now with a dummy. And as I say that, it's Tapoya with a try of his own.
Well, if you wanted to start the half any better way, I don't think you could. Tapoya, he saw Joseph Jackson do the little dummy up the other end of the field. Well, actually, it was this exact spot, but in the first half, and Tapoya says, I'll give it a little try. And it works for him as well.
It's a very similar fashion as well, using the dummy to his advantage. It's impressive to see that. As we have the replay on the screen now, Tapoya looking to make the kick and make that lead only 6 points for the Firehawks rather. And he gets that, and he's very happy about it. Look at the grin on his face. He's happy about that, all right, as we have Alan Berkeley, the big hooker, looking to kick off again. They'll be looking to get a better set defensively here from the Firehawks, and the Swarm have come out red hot here.
Oh, yeah, they have. I think that there was some big chats in the sheds at halftime because they've come out with intent. They absolutely steamrolled the Firehawks in that set, and then Hemi Tapoya just finishing it off with a nice little bit of class. And McKay, again, so intentful. Another 15 meters on that run.
Yeah, that was good stuff from McKay there. He was one of the best for the Swarm last match, putting on a couple of big shots as well as he spreads the ball down to Aaron White. He was driven back by Dom Pongston. I'm sure we'll be trying to rev his boys up soon, the fullback captain, as it looks like Hugh Snow has done to his team. Tapoya now playing the ball. Rossini goes to Snow, making his way across the field. Schmidt, and he's folded by Milo Kerrigan there. And Hugh Snow's going to put in the kick, but that was a big hit there.
Oh, massive. Milo Kerrigan, he wasn't very happy with him. He's absolutely clobbered him there. Great shot.
So we have Kerrigan now through the line. McKay looking to get a bit of revenge for his teammate in Schmidt, but not quite putting on as big of a shot. It's Dylan Sharp assisting him in that tackle there. Hellier now takes a run for himself. Can't get around the forward pack. As Schmidt makes his way back to the line just in time, but Joseph Jackson steps in regardless. Gets an offload to Richards, who can't get it away to his winger in Ben O'Donnell. Jackson now taking on the line himself. It's going to be the last tackle here. They'll be looking for that man, Daniel Hellier, as he goes, and he puts up a big kick down to the left side there. It's an awkward one, but Lakiu takes it easily. And now, just driven in, reeled in by Dom Pongston there.
Yeah, good set there from the Firehawks. Unable to do much at the end, but it was a good attacking set. They got into the red zone and put up a little kick, but Swarm able to defuse it easily. Another dummy from Hugh Snow. Good offload.
Oh,
what a play that was.
That's a good play there. Schmidt, again, not just being able to get that ball away to Lakiu. Otherwise, he was away for all money. As Rossini now goes through the line, but no dice there, as he's reeled in by Dom Pongston. There's a big gap here on the left side. Aaron White abusing it. I thought he got an offload there for a second, but it doesn't. Tapoya in that dummy half roll. It'd be interesting to see what he does here. He goes back to Lakiu for the kick. He puts up a very big one, and it's going to be taken by Dylan Murray very comfortably indeed.
Well, I feel bad for the fans that are sitting down the other end of the stadium, because all the entertainment's been up this end, and the Swarm, they've come out in this second half with some really big changes. They are looking really good now, the Swarm, and said it would be tough for them to come back, but it doesn't look too impossible anymore.
Yeah, they'll just come out with a big change in attitude for this second half, I think, the Swarm, and they'll be looking to get those 6 more points, hopefully with a bonus point try if they can, to really make this game, put away this game really. As Kerrigan now is going to play it. It's the last tackle. They're just at the 55 now. Joseph Jackson puts in a kick. Lakiu takes a couple steps backwards, but that's a good kick return there, and hopefully the Swarm can get a good set off here. It's Dylan Sharp now taking it. Oh, that's a solid run there. McKay for Philly now through the line, looking to give the ball to someone, but there was no one there in support. At the 45 now, making their way to the 50. Schmidt folded again by Kerrigan. He's really not happy with him. Rossini goes to Snow, can't get the dummy away. This time, it's going to be a last tackle effort here. Rossini goes to Tapoya. It's an awkward kick
Oh,
there.
no.
And Pongston's taken the kick return. He can't get away from Sharp. And lucky that he's there because we know how quick Don Pongston is. Hellier now through the line. Sharp's back there though. Will he make the tackle? And then gets an offload. Another offload there. Monkey can't get away from the Swarm defense. They're scrambling here. Berkeley gets it to Kerrigan. He's driven, but he's put on his tackle eventually. McKay watching over them as they do that. The Swarm backs there. Oh, Kerrigan's put a shot on Monkey. That's huge there from him. Berkeley to Hellier, and Richards is in.
That's a beautiful try. The fans up this end have finally seen some footy. And the Firehawks, they've extended their lead by even more. It's looking even tougher for the Swarm now.
Yeah, that's a beautiful play there for the Firehawks. I don't know if the Swarm can come back from 12 points with such little time to go. Dustin Richards, the man to score that try. It was good stuff, good organisation from the Firehawks, really revved up for that set, and they've come away with a great result.
Yeah, great stuff there from the Firehawks. Monkey got absolutely leveled in the play before. Leveled. That was an amazing big hit there from the Swarm. I just want to bring attention to that.
Yeah, just I feel bad for Justin Monkey because he was just, I don't even know, he was flattened in that tackle. It was McKay, I think, the one to do it. An absolute shot was put on. Good on him for not dropping the ball though, because had he done that, the Firehawks would not have gotten those extra points, and the Swarm would be looking to put some points on the board now. As they look to kick off here, Tapoya. They'll be hoping for a knock-on or something from this kickoff as Joseph Jackson takes it comfortably and goes to Milo Kerrigan, who gets through the line early. That is not great stuff from the Swarm defense.
Hasn't Kerrigan had a game? Defensively, he's been awesome. He's been making hella meters through the middle. That is a bad error as Tapua takes the intercept. It goes straight to him.
Tapoya
Swarm, might have one more chance.
just picking off that pass. Sorry to cut you off. Oh, and Sharp's been thrown a forward pass there. And that's an error of their own there, the Swarm. I think it's lights out for them. As Dylan Sharp, that's an unfortunate ball there from Hugh Snow. He'll be disappointed with his team there.
Yeah, well, if they had one little small opportunity there, the Swarm, to maybe put something else on the scorecard, that does not help. That absolutely does not help. And the Firehawks, I'm pretty sure they've wrapped this one up. And they'll go home with the win.
Yeah, the Firehawks have been outstanding this afternoon, just really showing what they have and putting it on display. They've been comfortable in both attack and defense, only conceding those quick 6 points at the very start of the half, as now Hellier gets an offload from Pongston. They'll be very happy with their performance, and as they should be. They've been outstanding as Monkey, this time taking a hit up without being folded by McKay. That's good for a change there. We go left. Berkeley goes to Jackson, who puts in a grubber kick. It's very, very deep, and Pongston had no chance of getting there in time.
Yeah, well, I think he just put a bit too much power on it. It was a good idea, but I think even if it wasn't, even if it didn't go that deep, I think the Swarm had it covered. And right idea, poor execution there.
Yeah, as the final siren goes, it's Berkeley and Kerrigan there shaking hands, all smiles from the Firehawks. The Swarm a little bit disappointed with their performance this afternoon as they shake hands with their opposition. And that will put the Firehawks on the top of the ladder. It's an 18-6 victory over the Swarm. Some great efforts there from both sides as we look at some of these stats here. It's Milo Kerrigan. He had 6 line breaks and 167 meters in four tackles, 0 missed. That's a great game there from the lock. Likewise, we had 7 line breaks from Dustin Richards, 11 tackles, 0 missed. And then it's the man Daniel Hellier, 3 line breaks, 6 tackles, 0 missed, and a try assist and a try for his name. We look likewise at the Swarm here. Do you want to run through some stats here?
Yeah,
Jack?
well, Tapua just getting over 100 meters there, 104 meters, 6 tackles, 0 missed. Again, pretty good defensively there. It starts getting a bit dicey down the bottom, but overall, they made their tackles. Charlie Rossini making 18 tackles and 0 missed. That is quite the effort. 18 tackles with none missed. I don't even think some SRL players could do that. That is really good from Charlie Rossini.
Yeah, it's some huge stuff there from the hooker. That's impressive there. And well, thank you for joining us this afternoon as we look in this brief time. We'll be kicking off the next game of the round between the Gunslingers and the Stingrays. It's been a pleasure to have you this afternoon on SRL TV. I've been Will Kay, joined in the commentary box by Jack Kyle, and we hope to see you in the next match.